Welcome back, YouTubers. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos so that others may be blessed. And today we're going to be discussing Jesus Christ and some of the names that were given unto him and some of the things that he did as God in the Old Testament with the children of Israel. So let's get started. In Exodus chapter 3, verse 2, it says, oh, well, as a little boy, I remember watching these movies, Ten Commandments. You watch a scene where Moses goes up into the mountain and the burning bush, and he talks to God. And God sends him back to Egypt. Well, the Bible doesn't recall it that way. The Bible, if you want to go back and look and do your own research, it says, and the angel of the Lord appeared unto Moses in a burning bush, and he calls him Lord and God. See, this angel of the Lord is Jesus Christ, and we're going to show you that he is Jesus Christ, and why we say that. Okay, but the book says, and the angel of the Lord appeared unto Moses in a burning bush. So that is one of the things that we see, that choice words, that when you're reading, you can't just rush and read and not be looking at the choice words, because the choice words are the ones that reveal unto us what is really happening, okay? In Exodus chapter 14, verse 19, it says, actually it's chapter 13, verse 21. It says, and the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them by the way of day and night, in the pillar of fire to give them light, and the pillar of cloud by night. So it says that the Lord was in the pillar of cloud and the pillar of fire by night that was leading the people of Israel out of Egypt. Well, but if you go one more chapter, which says in Exodus chapter 14, verse 19, it goes, and the angel of God which went before them. Now remember, the chapter before said that the Lord went in a pillar of cloud before them. And now it says that the angel of God went in a pillar of cloud before the camp of Israel, and removed and went behind them in the pillar of the cloud, went from before their face and stood behind them. See, the Bible does not contradict itself, because the angel of the Lord, Jesus Christ, is God. He is the one that God the Son. So when he appears unto all these people, and sometimes one of the names that he is called that we have to catch, when we read, we have to understand that they call him God, and they see him and they touch him. And we're going to show that here shortly. They eat with them and they do all these things with them. Now, you can't do that with God the Father. The instant that you see God the Father, you die. But in this case, that is not what's happening to the people. So, as we continue, in Exodus chapter 24, verse 9 through 11, and it says, then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his cleanness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hands. They saw God, and did eat and drink with him. Well, I thought that only Moses was the only one that saw God, but that's not so. You would think that, only Moses was privileged, but the angel of the Lord appeared unto Hagar at the well. So now he appears unto 70 elders. And Jesus let these 70 elders approach him. He let 70 elders see him. He let 70 elders drink and eat with him. So, we have to understand that this God that was doing that allows that, is Jesus Christ. Or else, if it was the Father, they would die. Now, in Revelations chapter 1, verse 1, it says, the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show his servant things which must shortly come to pass. Now remember, it says that God the Father gave unto Jesus Christ to give unto John these things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. So here it's telling us that God the Father says that his angel gave this revelation unto the servant John. And in the beginning of the verse, it says that Jesus gave it unto his servant John. So Jesus Christ, being the angel of God, was the one that gave these revelations unto his servant John. Now, this is one of the names that has been given unto Jesus Christ, the angel of the Lord. So when you see that name in the Old Testament, you're going to understand that this is Jesus Christ. And all these things that he was doing in the Old Testament, when he comes into the New Testament and he starts repeating all these words that he was saying and teaching in the Old Testament, this is the only way that you're going to understand what the meanings are in the New Testament, what these words really mean. So we have to pay close attention to what is being said in the Old Testament and understand that it's Jesus Christ that's talking, because in the New Testament he says, these are my words. My words give life. And in the Old Testament, he says, obey so that you may live. These are things that we need to catch. These are choice words that we need to, dissect and pay close attention. We can't just, read so fast and believe that we read it and we understand it and we know what it means. No. We need to be careful and slow down and look at things very carefully in order to be able to understand the true meanings of what's behind what we're reading. Until next time, share with everybody, talk to everybody. Make sure that all these words in the commandments of God are in your lips, are in your heart, and that you may share this with everybody you know. And understand that if these words are not in the mouth of whoever it is you're listening to, then those are false prophets. If they're not teaching you the commandments of God, those are false prophets. Those are false teachers. You know, they're very, very, very good at talking to you about prophecy. They're very, very good about trying to have your attention, to tune in next time. They're very, very good at that. But the problem is that because you're so inclined to be one of those people that wants to know about prophecy and wants to feel like, I know when it's going to happen, I know when it's going to happen, I know what it's going to happen. And then you forget about salvation. You're so inclined to know about all these things that are coming up, which is fine, it's great, it's awesome. But salvation is more important. Don't be one of those people that knows all about the signs of the times. Don't be one of those people that's, spends all your time trying to know the end times, the prophecies, and what's coming and what's next. Don't allow yourself to have the devil have your attention. You need to concentrate, we need to concentrate on salvation. Because the moment that God comes for his people, and you and I have our attention on prophecy and those people, we're going to miss the ride. We're going to miss Jesus Christ coming for us. We're going to miss it. And we don't want to miss it. We need to diligently be paying attention and understand that we need to be doing what God told us to do. And we need to be sharing this with other people. So, all these people that are not teaching you what you're supposed to know to be saved, because it doesn't really matter what happens or when it happens. What matters is that if you know that you've been living the lifestyle that Jesus Christ spoke to us about, and know that we are saved, then that's what everything is all about. It didn't matter what happened, because you don't know what's going to happen to you, where you're going to be, or how bad it'll be in your area. But God does say that those people that keep the commandments of God, those people will not suffer like the rest. So, isn't that kind of like a better way to go, to be ready for salvation instead of be ready for prophecy? Again, until next time, Shalom.